outside. It's shining all around. All right, so what do we got today? We have God's wrath, and I can really feel it, and I know that Central United States is feeling it with all those tornadoes. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, and we've got the band called Live. Woo! And they all just fell. Okay, so we've got the band Live with Lightning Crashes. And as I was saying, lightning crashes, the cards fell all over the floor. So we're going to take the ones that are upright and we're going to read them and look at God's wrath judgment. I can't make this shit up, can I? Okay, we're going to take the ones that fell over, and we'll go ahead and also take the ones that, okay, so I'll show you what we got here. We've got these fell this way, these fell this way. So we're going to go ahead and read them, but I want to go over the shorts because it's very important. So what do we all have here? We have the band Live. It's called L-I-V-E. Lightning crashes. Okay. Now, first of all, with the shorts, what I wanted to tell you is that you're supposed to watch the water because the water card came out twice. Your Akashic Records is telling me that you're going through your last karmic cleaning, and they're energy harvesting you and they're love potioning you, but you are divinely guided, and we're putting death to the situation because God is really stepping in. He's all over this reading. This card is all over the reading, judgment card, God's wrath. And I felt the energy in Astro. I was told to put that song on because that's the song we were studying and doing, and that's the energy. And this card, I did not pick it. It came out all over the place. So this is it. We're putting death to the situation, but you have to remember that we're just finishing this last chapter here in the Akashic Records. Now, big time divine feminine energy, but it was on its side, so it's telling me it's both. It's female and both, and it's a fire sign probably, but they know they're being thrown into the fire, so they're just trying their last attempts to get you. How are they going to try to get you? They're trying to get you through those legal issues, those health issues, spiritual sickness. Okay, so legal way, health-wise, spiritual-wise. And as I've been telling you, it's intense energy, and are you going to let them mind fuck you, or are you not? Okay? It's that simple. If you can realize that this is all just part of the soul contract and you're just playing it out, that's the whole point. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and see which cards fell on the floor. You also have a new job and a new career coming. We've mentioned that this week, so I wanted to mention that. You're healing your childhood trauma through this karmic stuff too. Okay? You're putting death to the ego also. So we've got lots of messages coming in. They're coming in really fast. I told you about that stray cat, right? That's another kind of energy. If you know anything about stray cats, that's another energy that's really prevalent right now. I won't get into all that. I want to get into these new cards here, because if you watch the shorts and you really listen to the song and you pick out the lyrics and you watch where the cards fall, even though the shorts is only 1 minute long, you can decipher so much. And I just wish you guys would keep doing that, because there's so much in the lyrics, in the music. That's why I do the shorts first. And then I try to explain things that they want me to explain to you. Whatever's coming in. Everything is always authentic, never edited. Now with these cards falling on the floor, I'm going to go over the message. And then we also had the cards that didn't turn themselves over. Okay? So let's go over these real quick. There's a new job coming, and Saint Michael is protecting you against any kind of evil. So the stuff that we just talked about, where I said, let it play out, God stepping in, Saint Michael stepping in, all your protection is stepping in to help you, because this is like their last chance. It's kind of like a football game when you guys are at that last line of scrimmage, and it's like your last chance to win. That's what it's all about here. And we got Saint Michael, and he's protecting you. The outcome is happiness, joy, and fulfillment, but it says that your warning is gold digger, sleeping with the enemy, and they're exposing that. So it can come in a form of you're with someone now that you realize you really do have to leave. It could come in the form of somebody's coming in because they know that you have money. But whatever it is, it's going to be exposed to the light, because God's stepping in, and he's not going to let this love potion affect you. He's not going to let the gold digger affect you unless you let them. And he's not going to let you sleep with the enemy. Yesterday we had test of endurance, was breaking of the addictions, breaking of the celibacy, yep. And that was going to be your test. Well, God is putting everything right in front of you, plain as day. Okay? So, as long as you take care of your childhood traumas, use your intuition, and that's stuck to, I communicate through music. So that goes right back to, as long as you listen to the shorts, look up the music, look up the lyrics, go ahead and see where the cards fall when they talk. The angel card and God's wrath and judgment came up when they were singing about the angel and lightning striking, crashing. So very important. I speak through music is what it's saying, and use your intuition. And then the whole thing, remember I said these are the cards that fell on the floor. They're working to make chaos in your life, and it's family members. Mostly, for most of you, it's family members, but for those of you that don't have family members, it's just everybody, you know, it's the other side of what you are. So that could be the cabal, it could be your exes, it could be your family. There's so many different names to put on everything, okay? So your message that fell on the floor was basically the same message that was in the shorts and the same message that I just went over. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over the cards here that fell with not upright. In these cards, there is one that's facing upside down player, and it's showing itself. So it's telling me that you're not going to fall for this player energy. What is player energy? Trickster energy. It could be lust energy. It could be the gold digger energy. It's everything we just said that's coming at you. it was in reverse. So it's not going to have any effect. That happiness and abundance card that came out is your outcome. And we had this same message probably 2 days ago. So if you are new, Pam and Jacob might be new. Maybe some of their friends might be new. I would suggest you watch the whole week because this is like a soap opera. It goes every day and it reads the energy and it's trying to tell you how to act in your physical avatar. I explain it a lot like it's the weatherman. If you turned on the weather and they said it's going to be sunny and 85 like it is here today, then you could go do your wash, right? Like I'm gonna. But if it says it's going to be 60 and rainy, you're not going to go do your wash, right? Because I like to hang mine out. So I know how to act accordingly because I watched the weather, 11:07 on the clock. 11:07 comes up a lot. Very important. Symbolism. Google what 11:07 is, angel number. There's so much information packed in this 15 minutes a day that I ask you to watch. And again, if you're new, go back and watch the whole week. And if you're really into it, watch from the beginning. Or that's a lot. But everything on my channel will help you. Okay, now the addictions are in reverse too, so I think you've got a hold on your player energy. I think you've got a hold or a grasp on your addictions. But again, that's what I said. They're going to try to get you through whatever you are doing that they can make you fall at. An alcoholic, they're going to try to get you to relapse. Somebody that's celibate, they're going to try to get you to lose your celibacy. Oh, it's okay. You've been celibate long enough. Now you're in love. You can exchange bodily fluids. It's okay. Everybody does it. You're going to hear that phrase a lot. Everybody does it. Well, guess what? I'm not everybody, and neither are you. We are big time on a mission. And it's time you wake up and realize that. If you're listening to my station regularly, it's time you wake up and know that. But you probably already do. But some of you that are new, you might not know that. Okay? So let's go through these. Messages are going to come through astral. You're going to remember them when you wake up, just like I do and I talk to you now. Keep doing your I am statements because you are what I'm telling you you are. You're on a mission. We need to finish it. We can't fall backwards. Let go of the past. Anything to do with the past. I cannot talk to people from my past. Is that because I'm cold or mean? No. It's because the spirit realm does not want me going back. And if I go back to old people, then I'm taking on the old energy. Can't do it. Karma. People are praying for you to fuck up. And it's a lesson that you have to learn, but by not falling for the temptation, you're actually learning the lesson. If you fall for the temptation, you're still learning from the lesson, but you're not advancing to your next level. So again, what's the consequence if you fall backwards? Well, you know, like in AA, if you relapse after 2 years sober, you learn from it, you start over, you don't lose that 2 years of knowledge and sobriety, you just don't advance to 2.5 years, 3 years, you got to go back to the drawing board and kind of start over. So same with astro. If you're not going to listen and you're not going to advance, it's not a big deal. If you had to stay here another 200-300 years to 1,000 and do your project and rebuild the earth, is that so bad? No, not for most of you, because you've only had 30, 40, 100 lives. Someone like me that's had 1118 with many zeros, lifetimes, watch my regression, on the video tab. If you know that I've had all these lives and I'm here to finish this mission, I'm an earth angel, right? And beyond, you don't want to go backwards and stay here any longer than you have to. Angels are protecting you. We've got toxic friends are trying to prevent this divine union. Big time right here, okay? I didn't mean to glaze over angels are protecting you because that's very important. That goes along with that shorts today, very important. But it's your friends, it's your toxic environment. They're keeping you back from moving forward. Could be family members, but I believe that it's toxic friends. Social media is keeping you back. You're not making your wishes come true. Making your wish come true was in reverse. You're not getting your wish because you're letting your toxic friends and family prevent you from your divine relationship. Now, if you're already in a relationship, it can be just your relationship is being tempted or strained. It's not getting better, it's getting worse. Why is that? Because toxic friends, social media. Okay, the end here is take the risk for a new opportunity. It will bring you unexpected income and abundance. And there is a false masculine. Watch for red flags because it's an upside down emperor. So somebody's going to come towards you. That goes back to that dark feminine on its side. Somebody's going to come towards you and they're not who they say they are. So you have to be very careful. Now, that's hard to do, but if you use your intuition and you let the angels guide you and know that you're chosen, you're royal, and you're it, okay? This is the Akashic Records playing out. 17:33 on the clock. Okay, we're divinely guided and we're going through that transition. So let's do this. I am Miss Mystic. Thank you for listening.